It's live, 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 live.
It's live. It's live action. Live action.
Live action. Okay.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to our show, your favorite show, Win and Play. Today is a very special day because it is our first live video show on the internet. And not only that, we have two experts with us, two of our favorite experts. Mr. But guys, I think we have to pause it, otherwise it's going to...
No, yeah, don't play it at the same time. It was just to make sure we're live, guys, it works.
Or mute it or something, because otherwise it would be...
It works, guys, it works. We're live.
It works. Okay, we're live.
Wait, did you post it on... Are we going to post it on the...
It's on the Win and Play page. It's on the Win and Play page.
Okay.
Guys, Davide is asking for our for the link for the YouTube.
I sent him the link. I send it.
Okay.
And it's live, guys. Let's do this. Okay, so now that we know that it works, we thank all our listeners for being here today, all around the world. We are very committed to the development of honorable members in our society. Mr. Bassem, please, would you please initiate the show?
We're going to start because initially we're facing technical difficulties. You have to understand.
It's always a bit hard to start something new, something that's going to change the history of internet, actually.
Right.
Going to show many people the path to success. But I let you speak, host Bassem, because this is your show. And so let's introduce the topic of today.
We are going to start. Hello and welcome to our show, your favorite show, Win and Play. Today is a very special day because it is our first live video show on the internet. And not only this, we have two experts, two of our favorite experts. Mr.Manuel, how are you?
I am very good, thank you. Thank you for inviting me to your show, Mr. Honorable Bassem. It is a pleasure, a pleasure from the bottom of my heart. It is a sincere pleasure.
Thank you. And Mr. Davide?
Hi. It's to all the audience of Win and Play. I see our wonderful technology that we already have 2 viewers, not just one, but 2 viewers, and that's why for this very special first occasion of Win and Play, I wanted to connect myself live from the planet Mars. So I am now chatting from planet Mars in this very moment.
Thank you, Mr. Davide, for this beautiful start. In our show, we like to respect our audience. So, on every other show, as you know, the audience claps for the experts. But on our show, we are different. We clap for our audience. So, I would like to request you guys to clap for our audience. Really, for respect and honor. Today's topic will be about technology. And it is a good day to discuss technology because since today is one of the days we are making good use of this element in society, we will have to discuss it more. Mr. Manuel, can you tell us how have you become an expert in technology? I know that you have a PhD in the hashtag, and what do you have to tell us?
Well, it's all about the words you put after that hashtag. So for example, to start the day today, I think I want to let all our listeners and our viewers today that you should be hashtagging every comment on Facebook, every comment on Twitter, every comment on Google+. We want you to be active. because this is all about #win and play.
Right.
And in full honesty, you know, it's a way to be connected. It connects the world. You know, it's kind of like the internet, but redefined.
Right, Mr. Manuel. Mr. Davide, you have been a man, you are the man behind this video show, and we would like to hear from you. What has technology done to you?
To me, well, it's a long story. It goes back in time since I was a child, and I got the first, you know, these little bikes with three wheels that you give to children. And I received one of them, and since that very moment, I was thinking, wow, this is amazing technology, and what can technology make for men? You know, a tricycle, how you call it, with three wheels, would not make you fall from the bike, even if you're 3-4 years old. So that's why I developed an interest in technology. It made me an expert in society, but also in technology. And that's why technology allows us today to cover distance from planet to planet. You are on planet Earth, I'm on Mars, and I can still see you, and I see you very, very live and rocking on.
Right.
And that is so nice.
Right. In fact, today India is the first country to send a device to planet Mars. So it's a good opportunity to congratulate India for their success.
Yeah. I will
And
congratulate India with a clapping of our hands.
really, let's do it. Let's do it. Before we start,
We have three viewers.
Yeah, can we know the names of the viewers, because you know this show is not open to anyone. It's
yeah, no, but no, we don't know, because we don't know the names of the people watching. There is some people watching, so we know the name of one of them because is our. Yeah, would you like, dear host Bassem, to tell some words about people who doesn't have still today the sufficient technology to connect to we have other people joining in. They don't have the right technology to connect to.
We just have
the Hangouts. Okay, we have the live camera on empty couch.
Yeah, that's my room.
Okay.
okay. We have the empty couch joining us on our show, and it is a great honor. The couch is a great addition to our society. In fact, many people have spent more than half their lives on this couch. Mr. Manuel and Mr. Davide here owe half of their life because of this couch. You are here because you grew up on this couch. Respect to the couch.
Well, respect to the
of
couch,
course.
you know, I must clarify, you know, it's all about perspective and how you view things in technology. And so I will explain very clearly to you how this couch actually works. Please pay attention. Look.
Okay.
See, basically how it actually works is that, you know, it's not a couch. After all, it is a bed. Oh, we have the friend of the show,
Mr. Manuel.
today, and he's eating some really good food live on YouTube.
Mr. Brenton.
YouTube.
Yeah, guys.
Why Mr. Jason is on Manuel account and Mr. Manuel is on Jason account? That is quite puzzling.
Mr. Manuel, we have brought you here on this show to share your ideas with us, not to go to sleep and not to eat. I don't know where you think you are. I don't understand.
While Mr. Bassem, while Mr. Manuel is thinking, I would like to give you a statistic and to show people how dangerous can be a bed. So don't rely too much on the bed, because you must know that 90% of the people in this whole world die on a bed. the bed is actually a very dangerous place, and I will suggest Mr. Manuel, I will prompt him to leave the bed right now, because it's not good
Yeah,
for him to
actually,
stay on the
I think Mr. Manuel, he is lucky. You know, on our
bed.
radio shows, the distance between us did not exceed 1 meter. I could have slapped him right across his face at the moment. However, because he is quite, this is one of the disadvantages of technology. This is one of the disadvantages of technology. I can no longer reach out my hand and do what I want to do. Mr. Manuel, I request that you come back on the show, and thank
Sorry,
you.
guys. Did I miss anything?
Thank you. You have missed a lot. You have missed a lot, and I have a lot to pay you back when I see you.
What are you talking about? It was my cousin over there on the other side of the screen. I was trying to explain to you the beauties of technology, of being two places at the same time. Isn't it fantastic?
Okay, guys, before we start to discuss technology more, I'd like to share a story with you about the disadvantages of technology. Technology has reached to an extent that it has become a danger to society. Some people now have decided to install an antivirus instead of their immune system. My friend of mine, Mr. Freddy, last week has just installed a new antivirus instead of the immune system, because they believe that it is more effective than your natural immune system. We were hanging out at the coffee shop under my house, and all of a sudden, Freddy could no longer breathe. He was on the floor, and I knew that it was because of his antivirus. And he told me that I had to do something, but I didn't understand what he was saying. And suddenly, a message appears across his chest saying error 404. All the Microsoft users are aware of the error 404 message, and I remembered that with this message you always get an option. Do you want to send a report to Microsoft? And as usual, I used to ignore this report and say no, thank you. I don't want to send a message to Microsoft. And I regret never sending a message to Microsoft, because I no longer know how to deal with error 404. His face was turning blue and red, and I decided that I should take him. The only option I had was to call my programming nerd of my university, Mr. Mazen. I call Mr. Mazen and I tell him, what can we do? He tells me, bring him right now. We take him to his house, and what he does is he formats the system. But unfortunately, after formatting the system, he is alive. He is alive again, but he has lost his memory, which is very unfortunate. He no longer remembers.
That is a very important thing. Yeah. Sorry, the connection is not very good now, but yeah. Mr. Bassem, I have to tell you that what happened, it was very risky, because when you described this man having a blue face, that is known to be the blue face of death. That it's something that can really occur to people, and it's very dangerous. But it's good that probably this guy had some problem with his own update. Yeah. And so I don't know why Mr. Manuel looked like without a microphone. Let me check what happened to the.
There is no problem. What I'm saying is there's also sounds around us. So if we're not talking and sharing something important, we want to allow for the opportunities for our experts to shine light. So when Mr. Bassem was sharing his story, there was a lot of noises from other rooms. I wanted it to be clear to people that he was talking about this very important subject that we need to know in today's world about our technology. Please continue,
Exactly.
Mr. Davide.
Yeah, no, I was just saying this can happen sometimes to people who decided to have antivirus instead of their immune system
Right.
because it's not properly updated, and they need to release update every 16 hours to be sure they don't get influenza or some other virus.
Right.
And
So, Mr. Davide, would you support installing an antivirus instead of your immune system?
update your system periodically. Otherwise, you could get into the error 404 that, as Mr. Bassem already said before, we don't really know how to cope with still.
So, Mr. Manuel, have you installed the antivirus instead of your immune system?
No, luckily I use Mac, so I don't need antivirus. What's this nonsense? Microsoft, please move
Okay.
on, learn.
What do you advise
Hashtag real life.
What do you advise the children of today with suffering from error 404?
Children, you must understand, Microsoft is not where the cool kids play. Please listen very carefully. You must either throw away your computer and forget about the internet and technology, or you just buy a Mac and then you move on. Hashtag real truth.
Thank you, Mr. Manuel. Really, I'd like to request all the children to pay attention to these words, because if you spend your life with the error 404, you will miss half your life with an antivirus that is actually worse than having a virus. So,
but Mr. Bassem, would you like to raise a bit this important topic of why youngsters, young people, teenagers get obsessed and use and make fruition of these very dangerous antivirus for the system? It's getting a very interesting topic now and very dangerous for the society.
right.
And what we can say to stop young people and make them understand it's not really worth it to put your life at risk installing an antivirus on your body.
Right. So, Mr. Davide, we have the idea that would it be better to be a drug addict or an antivirus addict?
Yeah, that is not better, really, Mr. Bassem, because we've seen history has proven that both practice are very, very dangerous and very, very unhealthy for your body. So it's you don't have. We should send the hashtag stop antivirusing yourself. That is not good to antivirus yourself. And but the problem is that what these guys lack, they lack education from their parents, because maybe their parents did it before them, and this is not good, guys. We want to make a common appeal, and we would like to be 3 testimonials of this campaign against antivirusing yourself.
Right. There is the organization, the famous organization Saving Children. They changed their banner from "Say No to Drugs" to "Say No to Drugs and the Antivirus." And I hope that
a lot of technology on your desk, Mr. Bassem, here.
No, that was my desk. I must apologize. There's a lot of hashtags in. But the friend of the show, was just telling me on Facebook, one of our listeners and followers currently was saying that it's a bit discriminatory to, just simply go all off against Microsoft. After all, not everyone can afford a Mac. So, kind of thinking on this, reflecting on this truth, it is true. Many children today, do not have jobs and cannot afford, to buy a Mac. And they sadly have to have Microsoft and have to antivirus themselves, which is a great disadvantage. It reminds me of my friend Gilopo So Gilopo, you know, used to be this
Hey,
little
but
kid.
sorry, Mr. Harry, is the same Gilopo who has a white little dog.
Maybe, yeah, maybe. He had a white little dog. So what happened is, during the time of Gilopo, when he was a little boy, the Game Boy came out, and he was very excited to buy it. But sadly, Gilopo, you know, could not afford it. He was just a boy after all, and you know, they lived in this small house, and you know, they could barely feed the little boy, the little dog he had. And so one day, eventually, he grew up and you know, got a job, got married, and could actually afford, you know, could actually afford to buy a Game Boy. But he wasn't a boy anymore, so there was no point of buying a Game Boy. He was crushed. His dreams were destroyed. You know, so we need to be considerate of these kids who actually want to enjoy technology and
Mr.
cannot
Manuel,
afford it.
I respect your friend. What is the name of your friend?
Emily,
Huh?
Miss Emily.
No, the name of the boy, the name of the boy.
Oh, Gilopo.
The name of the boy.
Gilopo, Gilopo.
Yeah,
Gilopo.
Gilopo, I would like to tell you a message here. Gilopo, honestly, I think you're a fool. You are a grown man and you are married and you are thinking about the color Game Boy. If you want, we could send you a free Sega to go play with it and your wife. So don't tell me that you did that and you had no color Game Boy in your childhood. These stories are not acceptable for this show. And try harder and good luck with your Game Boy, even though we discourage you from using a Game
Knowledge, I
Boy
don't
at
see
this
you
age.
anymore. Sorry?
Mr. Davide, what do you think about Gilopo's story?
Yeah,
It's a problem faced by many men.
I have to confess that I had to. I didn't really follow the second part of the story of Gilopo because my technology had a little problem, so I saw everything was not smooth anymore. But whatever it is, the story, I would say that Gilopo doesn't have to lose heart and keep on following the path to success, because success is very close. Okay, success is not far. Success will come for everyone, and also Gilopo. And as you can see on our Facebook page, remember that you can post every time on our Facebook page, and there is this important question that is, what would you have done if you were Gilopo? So we invite all our listeners to
Yes,
answer to this question. Whatever did Gilopo do? Because I was not following, actually. I have to be sincere with you. But
speaking of audience interaction, I just have a comment from our audience, from one of our members of the show. He says, leave the computer and look for belly dancers. There is more in life than computer. Hashtag real, hashtag life. Please, I would like to know what your thoughts are.
Excuse me, Mr. Manuel, I respect the question, but remember, you can pose the idea, but I can ask the question. Okay?
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Thank you. Anyways, it is a good question, so go ahead. Go ahead, and Mr. Davide and Manuel, share your ideas about this important topic. The belly dancers versus technology. Would you rather use technology or go for a belly dancing show?
Well, I will use technology on a belly dancing show. I will try to do both things. And actually, the belly dancing show a technological one. Like I remember very well that you, among the several PhD you had in your life before, so far, you also have a PhD on belly dancing and technology, if I remember very well.
Right.
You got it at the University of Nebraska in 2007, isn't it?
Mr. Manuel here is the expert with the most PhDs on our show. In fact, his average rate of PhDs per year is around 20 PhDs per year.
That's impressive, yeah.
You
Sorry?
know, what can I say? I am very successful.
Mr. Manuel, we respect your humbleness and we thank you for your contribution. You are a kind man to spend your precious time with people like us. Um,
Thank you, thank you. You know, you pay me very well, so I keep on coming back.
okay, remind me to give your salary before you leave. Okay, your bonus.
You're very kind, very kind.
Um, as
You
you
know,
said, Mr. Davide, the idea of using technology along with belly dancing, you can always take a video of the belly dancing and share it on social media so that everyone can benefit from this art.
Yeah, I know this is a very common practice in Turkey, especially, and we all know that Turkey, you know, which is the most famous popular show in Turkey, is beside belly dancing on technology.
win and
Win.
play.
We thank all our Turkish fans for we have more
Even
than
more the
500
Turkish
likes
favorite
from
show.
Turkey.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
More than
we thank
half
the
of the
Turks.
population of Turkey on Facebook like Win and Play. This is an incredible achievement.
Right.
They started. They the ones
This
who
is amazing.
started using technology on belly dancing, and they had a micro camera right on their belly button, who was filming the audience moving. Yeah, and
They are,
others.
it's true. They are the first people to install, to make a micro camera transplant in the belly button.
Yeah, the people who made the camera car for F1 competition got the technology from these Turkish guys who live in Cappadocia and developed the micro camera for the belly button.
You see, I see a very concerning problem with this, though, because we were just talking about children, you know, using the antivirus on themselves, antivirusing themselves. And I feel like this is like the epitome, you know, like it's at the belly button. Like it couldn't be closer to, you know, where children are from. So, you know, we need to come up with proper instruction for people to understand the proper place of technology in their lives. You know, we all recognize, you know, unlike the friend who just asked this question, that, you know, computers and technology are hashtag real life, you know. I just thought I would bring that back as an important topic.
You are right. Yeah, you are right, Mr. Manuel. It is a problem. Technology has destroyed the minds of young men. Young children no longer want to go outside and play with their friends. I remember when we were young, we used to go on the street and play like any normal child. You play football on the street and get mud on your shirt, and you know what real social life is. Children nowadays, like you said, have reached to the extent of installing a camera, a micro camera in their belly button, and not only this, installing an antivirus instead of their immune system. I think they are challenging nature. And it is sad. It is sad to see the young people of today wasting their lives on things that will destroy them very soon. Um, I would like to say, take final comments from both of you before
Yeah.
we sing the song of the show.
Okay. Well, my final comment is, first of all, we spoke about technology a lot, and today, 24th September 2014, it's going to be a day of history of the web. The first live broadcasting of Win and Play, your favorite show. So I would like, my final word must go to our wonderful audience of 3 people who follow this, who are still following the show. That is very impressive, very amazing, and we are all honored for that. And really, we like you, and that was dedicated to you, live from the planet Mars. Sorry?
You know, I just want to comment on what you said. It has been proven that a man who can watch the Win and Play show for more than 30 minutes has achieved a very great high level of greatness in life. So I respect the audience.
Indeed. The Lonely Planet BuzzFeed listed at one of the 10 things you have to do in life, absolutely, before you die. It's see the Great Wall of China, dive from more than 10 meters, etc., 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 and watch Win and Play possibly every week, following our Facebook page and like it, a comment, and let's see if there is any new comment post, by the way. No, not yet. But yeah, any final word from Mr. Manuel also?
Mr. Manuel, yes.
Well, I am very honored to be in the show. I think we should launch very soon for our, our favorite audience, our Twitter accounts. But you guys could also tweet and receive the wisdom and the knowledge of this show. As always, we are very committed to honoring our members in our society. As my host Bassem says, this show is 9000001 certified. So we are very thankful and honored to be able to share these good news with you, this wisdom.
Yeah, we are not only a certified one, we are the first 90001 certified show.
Right. As a gift to our audience, because this is our first show and we are celebrating this great event, we are issuing free 9001 certifications to our audience. All you have to do is send a video of yourself while watching the show. So ask your mother or your father or your brother or anyone at home who has nothing to do to take a video of you while you are watching the show. As you can see here, Mr. Manuel is demonstrating how you can do it. And send us a video of this on our Facebook page. And as soon as we receive the video, you will receive the most respectable certificate that you can receive. Whether you want to hang it on your wall or put it in your cupboard or in your drawer, it is your choice. But there is one rule. There has to be an inspection every week from one of the experts in your house to make sure that the certificate is being treated with respect. If we discover that the certificate has not been given the proper attention, you will be banned from watching the show and the certificate will be taken from you.
That is the worst thing can happen in your life.
Right.
Absolutely. We want to treat all our listeners and our viewers with respect. And we expect you to treat all these honorable, diplomas and, recognitions with respect. And for those of you who do not have a Twitter, it's okay. There will be a wisdom. It will be connected to our Facebook page. You will be able to find us everywhere. Just follow the hashtag, and hashtag Win and Play, your favorite show.
Guys, I'd like to request a few minutes until the control room prepares the song that we are going to hear for today, before we go offline. So I'd like to request my experts do not switch off the computer. We are going to go offline after this show. We have an important meeting before the end. Okay? Okay.
Okay, of course.
Okay. Thank you. I'm going to start the song that we are going to hear for today. What would you like to sing for us today? I like to ask our experts before we go ahead.
I know a song, a very famous one, we made like this. You wish your girlfriend was...
All right. We're going to sing it with music.
Okay, but we don't have... you have the music on the...
Yes.
Wonderful host, Bassem.
Just a second. I have the official video here. I'm going to try my best not to watch the video. I'm just going to switch on the music, okay? And I request my honorable experts to switch off the video as well. Otherwise, it will be a black point on your record. Okay, guys, are you ready?
Ready.
1 second.
That's an advertising, Mr. Bassem. Mr. Bassem, maybe it's too much technology to handle at once.
Dance.
Was hot like me. Don't you think Susan was free like me? Don't you? Don't you?
Cut, cut.
Cut, cut.
Okay, guys.